And we'll be recording. Good. So good morning, everybody, wherever you are in Canada, and welcome to our business opportunity on Zoom. I'm Lori Conde. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a dental hygienist, I'm a farm girl, and of course, I'm a very proud ENJOpreneur for the past 6 years. So I live on the beautiful shores of Lake Huron in Ontario, just because this is a Canadian call. We're kind of coast to coast, so this is pretty cool. So this morning, we will be taking about 30 to 40 minutes to give you a little insight into an incredible opportunity for you, or really someone you know, with this Austrian company called ENJO. We've got ENJOpreneurs from across Canada on our call today who will be jumping in to help us out, and we welcome them as well. So we're going to get started, and Annie, you're going to take over.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anne McBride, and I also live in Ontario, in a place called Kincardine, Ontario, and I live very close to the shores of Lake Huron too, so we are very blessed. What brought me to ENJO was exactly 3 years ago, or 6 years ago in May. I was invited to come to a demonstration, a home party. At that time, I had absolutely no interest in what I was cleaning with. I had, as long as I thought I had a clean house and my kids were getting where they needed to be and I was looking after my family, that was great. I went to this party because I was invited by a very close friend, and I went just so I could have some social time. It had absolutely nothing to do with being an environmentalist. I was blown away. And as of this July, I will have been wearing the ENJO t-shirt for 6 years as an ENJO consultant. Why I came to ENJO was not because I was environmentalist. It wasn't because I was concerned about how I was cleaning in my house. I didn't realize what I was using was toxic at the time, but it was on the encouragement of my 13-year-old son. He was always learning about environmental practices in his school. When I was invited, we looked at the company, we looked at what the products were, and he looked at me and he said, "Mom, you can do this. You are always looking after our health and our safety. You can rock this." And after a little bit more contemplation, again, it wasn't about being environmentalist. It was about the inclusion. My best friend asked me to join the company, and how could I turn her down? I trusted her. I wanted to travel the world with her. And like I said, I didn't do any research, but the ride with this company has been amazing. I've had opportunity to grow my friend circle globally. I've had opportunity to travel the world, and in the meantime, I've also learned about safe practices of cleaning in my home and sharing this amazing company with my friends and family and my community. So thanks to ENJO for changing my life that way. Thanks, Lori.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're here. And yeah, it's been quite a ride. You know, it's funny when you don't really realize why you've joined something, but things just come to you once you are open to something new, and that's pretty exciting. Brenda, I'm going to get you to take over. I know you're multitasking and you're rocking it.
Okay, I'm going to try and do this in sign. Yeah, I'll sign and talk at the same time. Sorry, Delalee, it's going to be English sign. Thank you, everybody. Now I'm kind of thrown right off of how I'm going to be talking, but today I'm talking about the kind of support that I have experienced through ENJO. I guess it's going to be almost 2 years since I've been with the company, and the support I've gotten is everywhere from practical support and support through the other ENJOpreneurs. Okay, so can I talk and then, Okay.
Right. Donna,
Okay. So I'm just gonna talk, and then I'm just gonna sign real brief. Sorry, guys.
you see the difference
Yeah.
about them. You see the difference. Dan, but Dan are different.
Okay. um, when I joined Enjo, I wasn't expecting a business. I had actually just wanted the bathroom zone. I had been working at a company for 2 summers, and it was near the end of the summer, and I wanted that bathroom stuff. And my boss couldn't find the person who sold her the Enjo. And so she contacted head office and came back with the possibility for me to get my products, but also a business. So for the first year, because it's almost 2 years for me, I was on like a learning curve. I was on the very beginning of the learning curve for both the product and the business. And so that was really, for me, huge support, because for the product, I was able to tap in with a forum of other entrepreneurs and learn all about the products. That to me was major support, because I knew nothing about the products. They've got a system that I took advantage of as much as I could, and I still do all the time. They've got a computer system where you've got everything from videotapes to print copy to marketing materials, everything that you need to learn. This is like a turnkey business. So that part I could do myself in my own time, and that's why I loved it. I could do it in my own time. The personal support, Lori Convey, she is the moderator of this group, which is a C2C, and also Anne McBride. Those two are the people that I would call my support system. Those two just happen to be in the top 22 in Canada for sales, for helping people. I just had to say that. So I'm really, I don't know, I mean, that's what I get out of the support. We've got support from head office on a daily basis from the owner of the company, and that's really important to me, so I can check in. So, and that's online, and everything is online right now. This is not something that I ever predicted myself doing, would be talking on a computer. So for me, it's all about being stretched, and I just feel safe with the women in this business, because I never thought that I would actually really be able to do it. So anyways, that's about it. Sorry, I'm just like, whoo. But yeah, you know, support is just amazing, and all of the women in this C2C group, I actually was thinking of it kind of like a little community, and we all support each other, help each other, and yeah, I feel like I'm thriving right now. That's all.
And you are thriving. You're doing amazing, actually. So Brenda is actually from Kelowna, BC, in the Okanagan Valley. So thanks for joining us today. And just next to her is Kathy Mose.
Hello, good morning, and welcome from beautiful Merritt, BC. I'm out here this morning. It's a little cloudy, but I'll tell you a bit about how I started with Enjo. First off, I am a mom and a grandma and a beekeeper and a chicken keeper and we're getting goats and flower farmer. So we're involved in everything as natural as possible out here, and we're just loving it. When I first started ENJO back in November of 2018, I was living in Ladner, British Columbia. My husband works in the greenhouse industry, and I worked downtown Vancouver full time. So did a lot of traveling back and forth. So that's kind of where my connections were. And we had this place in Merritt that one day we knew we'd be living here full time. And both my husband and I were like, we need something to clean that's going to be good for the environment, and we're not putting chemicals down the drain. And my husband said, doesn't your friend Lori, isn't she doing something? And so I contacted Lori, and she told me a bit about ENJO, and I'm like, well, how do I get it? And anyway, there wasn't a consultant in Vancouver, so I thought, why not? So here I am, and so kind of spreading the word as best I can in the Vancouver area, and now bringing it to the Merritt, kind of in the interior as well. So anyway, it's been a great ride. Sharing the business looks different now than it did before, just because of the COVID pandemic. But the traditional and the regular way of sharing ENJO is through demos and in a person's home, bringing the products to them and showing them how they work on their dirt and in their different surfaces. Or if you're able to meet them in a coffee shop, or just one-on-one, or wherever it makes sense, or in my home at I might have a mystery host at my own home and just do an open house. Trade shows, different markets I do, is as much as possible to share ENJO and get people touching it. So of course, because now we're not able to do that, we can do Zooms just like this, where I can show the products behind me on the board, and many of the ENJOpreneurs here have their boards behind them. And it works. I'm able to see, just like this, see everybody at gallery view. We can speak to each other, ask questions. I don't have to travel. We can chat. So it's very efficient. It could be happy hour. It's a fun experience. It's not too onerous, and it's usually only takes about 30 minutes. And yeah, you can follow up after. So the follow-up, customer care, keeping in touch with our clients, again, is not, it looks different now than it did. Whether you're going to run into those people, it's not quite the same. But a phone call, you're always making a phone call, so that's not hugely different. Although phone calls, you're not always getting them. So I leave a message, and then I'll, in the message, let them know I'm going to follow up with an email. And then usually in the email, I will let them know additional information about the products they purchased. And we have these great tip cards that head office has provided, so I'll share that, or how-to videos. So that works really well. And it's also keeping people informed that you are there, and kind of keeping your name in front of them, keeping ENJO in front of them. So it works well, and it's efficient. And then I also add them, and I let them know, I'll ask them to opt into monthly newsletter, and head office puts together a beautiful newsletter that really you add your personal information to. And again, it's just keeping in their, keeping aware that I'm still out there, and ENJO is kind of in their mind. So if ever they are like, my husband and I were like, wait, didn't Lori have some, didn't Kathy have some, so, and that does happen. I've had a few people that, wait, I met you somewhere, didn't, whether it was at a trade show or at a market, and my name will pop up. So I try to include everybody I've come in contact, and so they know about ENJO. So that works well. So then I'll keep in touch by messages or texts or emails, if not phone calls, but Facebook messaging, keeping my Facebook page as updated as I can, letting people know what's going on. And then sharing the business. It's kind of who I am, right? So anybody who knows me knows that I'm a beekeeper, knows that I'm a grandma. So they know that I'm interested in keeping things kind of chemical free and no pesticides and all that kind of stuff, right? And they know I live out in you know, kind of up in the mountains type thing. And so I'm careful about what I put out drain. So there's an easy conversation around, oh, so what do you do? How do you do things? And it seems to always come up. It's an easy conversation. So, you know, I'll talk about, I'm using Enjo and I clean 6 times better and I'm using only water. So that's all that goes down my drain. I don't have to worry about the septic or my well system or what the kids are going to touch or lick or you know, or the flowers that the bees are on. Like, it's all kind of the whole package. So that's kind of what works for me. And I'm glad I'm here. And Canada is such a huge country. I mean, not just BC, there's not all that many Enjopreneurs out in British Columbia, but we need more consultants out here for sure, and we would welcome you, but all over Canada. So it's a big job. It shouldn't be a secret anymore.
I agree, Kathy. We always say Enjo is actually Canada's biggest secret, and we need to share it. So thank you very much. Cher, you're on deck.
Thank you. I am, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Cher Brown. I'm from Ontario. I'm from Tiverton, which is also on the shores of Lake Huron. Well, close to the shores of Lake Huron. And I have been an Enjopreneur for 4 years this month, actually. And when I started, I basically just wanted when I first saw Enjo, I just wanted to clean my bathroom, and all of these toxic things that I needed to wear gloves to use weren't cutting it. And Lori actually told me that this white glove and cold water would do it, and I thought she was lying to me. But that 60-day money-back guarantee, I bought it thinking, yep, I'm going to take it back and be able to say, na 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 na, didn't work. And here I am wearing a t-shirt and with a Enjo board in the background. So I also was not an environmentalist, I just wanted my house clean, and whatever I needed to do to get that done, that's what I cared about. Last year, I started on a breast cancer journey, and was so grateful that for 3 years previous, I was using Enjo, because it's become really clear to me in all the reading I've done and everything else, that what we put in and on our bodies and in our home environment ends up in our bodies. So when I know that I can clean 6 times better with just water, I am just so grateful. So that has become part of my my life's mission, in including Enjo in all of the other work I do. I work mostly in human services and always have, and I see Enjo as just an extension of that work, because I just have a renewed vision of making sure that all Canadian homes know, or all Canadians know, that their homes can be clean and chemical free at the same time. They don't have to do it with toxins, and that, you know, these fuzzy mitts and cold water are going to clean their homes 6 times better and end up with nothing but water in your body, right? You're not putting anything else in your body. So mission, I'm going to talk to you just really briefly about the company ethics and mission of Enjo, which is really, really important to me. When I start working with an organization, the first read their mission statements and their values, because that's what's really important to me. And it's been one of the reasons my husband has been involved in a couple of direct selling companies in the past, and we don't stick around long because we are mission-driven people, and if a mission and a vision doesn't match, we can't be part of something. So Enjo is in the business of changing lives, and that's what I didn't get for the first few months that I was part of the Enjo organization. We are more than just a cleaning company, or we're more than just selling these fuzzy mitts. We are really, really focused on protecting and saving what's most important to families, which is our health and our environment, and the future of your health and your environment. We're a global company with a really local impact. We have several Enjopreneurs in our local area, and yet our reach is far and wide. I have gifted Enjo many hundreds of miles away from me, and am really proud that our product is in homes that are nowhere close to where I live, and so we're reaching communities that are further than even where our Enjopreneurs live. We're a global company, like I said, and we have a mission to change lives home by home, and we have the opportunity to serve over 14 million homes across Canada. That's a lot of homes for the very few Enjopreneurs that are in Canada when you think about 14 million homes. So we need help to do that. Our motto is brave, honest, and high value, and we take that very, very seriously. I think I am proudest to say that I'm an Enjopreneur because of the quality of people that are involved, and our passion for serving people. That really is what it is all about. We are not about pushy sales. I often talk to people about, I'm not here to sell you anything. I just want you to know that there is a better way to clean your home. And when I say better, I'm not even just saying that you don't have to use toxic chemicals. I'm saying Enjo will clean your home better than the toxic chemicals that you're using. So I really value this organization. I value the friendships I've made. And again, like Anne said, global friendships that are just amazing. So we need help. We're hiring, we need help. And if you are so inclined, we'd love to have you.
That's great, Cher. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to go on and I'm going to talk a little bit about the rewards with Enjo. I obviously did not, well, not obviously, but I did not join for the rewards. I was not here for the travel. I joined for very different reasons. But what happens is, is that as you do your business, you are rewarded. And a lot of times you get a lot of opportunities to travel globally with this company. So they reward us all the time, which is, as a dental hygienist, way more than my day job, period, at all, ever in my entire life. So first of all, you can earn your business kit at a discounted rate or even for free, which is crazy to even think that you can start up a business for $499 or $299 or zero, which is excellent. Enjo International actually holds a trip to Austria each year in the spring that you can qualify to go on. It's a 4 to 5 day, 5-star trip to the heart of Enjo in Vorarlberg, Austria, while you will tour the area, the manufacturing plants, as well as Enjo's company. You'll meet the heartbeat of this company, meet the people behind the ENJOtex Fibres, the people who sew them, and you just might even be able to sew one too. I've been to Austria 4 times. It's an incredible trip. The little tidbit that you need to know about that is that Johannes Engel, who owns this company, and that's where Enjo comes from, Johannes and Engel, E-N-J-O, he is a chef. So you better believe that you are fed extremely well wherever you travel with ENJO, which is great, let alone the company that you're with. So ENJO Canada actually hosts a winter trip every year to a new exotic, hot, and very warm location where we can all spoil ourselves and our significant others, which you can qualify for as well. And you'll also have the opportunity to qualify and travel once a year with our ENJO international team. So we are a global company, and it brings people together from Australia to the UK to China and all around the entire world, which is really incredible. So Synergy ENJO has taken me to places like Abu Dhabi, to Thailand, to Austria again, of course. And this year we got back from Costa Rica, which is one of the most environmental countries in the world. So it's not just a 5-star trip. There's always meaning behind everything, and everything they do has a purpose towards their ENJOpreneurs and towards our environment and our earth that we live in. So Gail.
There we go. Hi. My name's Gail Lawton, and I live also in Ontario near the shores of Lake Huron, quite close to Lori and Cher and Leonie. We're all within an hour of each other. I have been with ENJO for almost 3 years, coming up next month. I never thought too much about the opportunities to self-improve, never thought about that. Anne had asked me, and I joined, and I was here for the income, and I thought I'd stay about a year and then I get to heck out, and here I am 3 years later. And that's because of the people here at ENJO. There's ups and downs in every business. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, and in some of my down times I thought, I'm not going to do this anymore. But it's the people here on this call and within ENJO Canada, and actually even within ENJO International, that I stay. That's the reason I stay. One of the first meetings I went to was it's a boost meeting. It's usually in late summer. It's to get us set up for the winter season, for the Christmas season. And I walked in, and everybody was hugging each other and high-fiving, and I thought, oh, what kind of a cult is this? And wow, I'm part of that cult now, because especially during these COVID times, I miss our ENJO people. I miss our meetings. I miss our one-on-one time. And that's something that, although not official, it's really part of our self-improvement. We have a conference every year where we get together and we discuss practical things like the fuzzy mitts, but we also have time where we can work on ourselves, on the glitches. We all have glitches in our lives, and one that sticks out in my mind was our last conference last year, where ENJO Canada brought in a lady by the name of Bev Unit from Australia, and she's with BU Success Coaching. She's been helping to educate our leaders who funnel that information down to us, and a lot of her teachings are online. As Brenda said, we have a lot of information online, and that stuff stays there for us to occasionally we have to go back and just kind of give ourselves a little kick in the butt again to get back on track. So that's all there for us in what we call ENJOpedia. What else? Like I said, head office, we have I guess they're bi-weekly meetings with head office. They're always teaching us something, whether it's to do with your business, with technology. We're learning Instagram and Facebook and things like that these days. But also they seem to know when we need help, when things have it's quite often I've thought, oh geez, I really need whatever right now, and just, I don't know, it's like intuition or magic or something. They show up and they have the information for us, or they have that support for us that we need to keep on going and to realign ourselves. We feed off each other. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, but we do. it's a hard time right now. Like I said, not being able to see people. And I'm just reading Cher's comments here. Cher and I share an inappropriateness and sense of humor, and I miss that right now. And we do feed off each other. If I can't come up with something, I can give Anne a call, or I can give Lori a call, or I can give a leader that's not in our group at all. I can give somebody in the UK. It doesn't matter. Anybody within the Enjo family will help me get along on the journey. Like I said, we have all kinds of resources in Enjopedia to learn how to develop ourselves, to how to be able to communicate effectively with different clients, because of course everybody has a different personality. So that's there for us too. It's such an easy business. It's hard, but it's easy because all the resources are there at the click of a mouse, and we can get an answer. If Anne and Lori don't have an answer, or one of the other Enjopreneurs doesn't have an answer, we go to head office at Enjo Canada. If they don't have an answer, they go right to the big guy, Johanna Sengel, and it's just easy. You just have to share the Enjo love, share the fuzzy mitts, share your story, and everything else is there. I think that's it. And I do have a button.
That was easy.
There you go. Off to you, Annie.
That's great. Thanks, Gail. Annie?
How do I follow that? Like, seriously. Okay, so I just want to thank all of you for coming today. The presenters have been sharing from their heart. They've been giving you their experiences, and you can tell that everybody has their own story. Everybody has their reason for being here. It could be the income. Obviously, it's the friendships for a lot of us. It could be the travel, or the personal development is beyond measure that you will find at Enjo. I think that if you're really hesitant to join, the advice that I give you right now is just do it. I was really super hesitant until I talked to my son and talked to Lori, and I felt the confidence that if they have that trust or that encouragement in me, then I can do it. I had nothing to lose, and I had everything to gain, and that's exactly what happened with me. I have gained so much personal development. This is a business that you can start this week, and you will be sharing the Enjo love and earning an income by next week. It is that quick. So that's really cool as well. To keep a consistent business, if you do 2 company average demos a month, you will have that consistent business, and it will continue to grow. So we do have a very special anniversary kit right now. Lori's going to share it onto our screen. This is a kit that is filled with every resource that you need to start your business. It is filled with sample products. It's called Share the Enjo Love, and it is filled with anniversary samples or special samples that you can give out, distribute to your friends, to your families, so that they can get a taste of Enjo as well in their home. As Lori suggested, the regular value of the kit, well, she didn't say, the actual value of the kit is over $1,300. Enjo is offering your business for $499. Initial deposit is $299. You have 30 days to share your love, and you may share it so much that you can get your kit for free. So you can have your choice how you earn your kit: free, discounted, or pay the full price of $499. And that is amazing, the flexibility that Enjo provides you with these options. So what else do we have here? I'm just going to say, if you have any questions about what you've heard today, we're going to have a Q&A at the end of this event, or reach out to the Enjopreneur who invited you. Let them know where your challenges are. We have all been there. No questions are dumb. we just want to encourage you to take a leap of faith like we all did and see where the ENJO journey can take you. So thank you all very much for coming today. And yeah, Lori.
Yeah, I just want to thank all of our ENJOpreneurs that are on here and everyone that came from across Canada. This is really exciting for us. And we are hiring. They say 1,000 people in your area is a 10-year career with ENJO. So I want you just to think about your area right now, what the population is of your area. Don't just think about the people that you know. I want you to think bigger than that, because what happens is you come into ENJO, and of course you're going to talk and share the love of ENJO with people that you know, but then people who are environmentalists, who want to save time, money, who just want a clean house, for heaven's sakes, you are going to be connected with them, and that is how your area grows. So please don't be, have any, I don't know, a little shy about, who you know and how you're going to share it. If you have a love for ENJO, you're going to find those people, and you're going to do very well. So we're going to have a quick, or not a quick, but a question and answer period right now. I'm just going to stop the video because I want everyone to feel comfortable with coming on and asking their questions. So I'm just going to do that.